Hi everyone, it's Kay from the Paper Shed. Hope you're all doing well. Thanks so much for coming back and joining me again today. I'm back with another Ink Stained Archives collaboration for SunflowersAndDors and LineDotArrow. And I'm having so much fun. I've been playing, I don't tend to craft at the weekends because it's the only time that I get to see my husband mostly. So I tend to just sort of faff around a little bit where I can sit in the lounge. So I'm either cutting ephemera or something. I'm normally doing something while I'm watching telly with him. So I sort of had a bit of a play around with different things at the weekend, and I wanted to do some of these. So I will get back to the collab in a sec. I did these last year because I saw Crafting by Tony do some. Now, I don't know where I got these circles from, and they're just shy of 3/4 of an inch, which is great if you've got the circle punches to punch these out. And I just either backed them with black card or I backed them with a circle because I wanted to make them into dangles. And I did use a few last year, but a lot of them I found bled because of the glue that we use for the shine. And I didn't like the fact that they, even though I domed them quite well, that the glue sinks quite badly. I mean, that's quite a way in there. And so are these. These ones are the same. And although it's shiny and I like it, I mean, these are quite dark and you can't see. And a lot of them were too blurry to be able to use. So I didn't give up. That's the wrong thing. But when I saw Mandy do hers, I thought, oh, I want to have another play. And I thought, I don't know where these circles are. And I knew that I'd got some. Don't, for the life of me, remember where I got them from. And they obviously came in a pack because I've got gold, silver, antique, and I've got rose gold, coppery colour. And they must have come in a pack of so many, 50 maybe. And I've used them. So a lot of them I wasted when I first did it because obviously it bled too much. My ink bled far too much on the underneath. And I was using grungy stuff anyway, which is always dark, which made it even worse. And I've used, what did I use? I used some of my stamping as well. So I'd stamped some of Tim Holt's tidbits. And it bled quite badly with that as well. I was thinking that the StazOn wouldn't bleed so much, but I don't know whether there's something in the glossy accents that reacts, so I wasn't 100% sure. And after I saw Mandy's, I thought I'm gonna give that another go. And I knew that I'd got some really large. Well, they're not large, are they? They're not even ½ inch. It's my ruler. These ones are literally just over 1/4 of an inch. I can tell you by the mil, actually. They're 10. These are 10 mil jump rings. And I tend not to use those in my my dangles and my glue toppers and things because they're too large. And I knew that I've got a lot of them. So I thought, well, I'll use those. I did find these ones, which I used to use quite regularly in my paperclip things because they're a full circle. They're not a jump ring. It's a full piece. So you can't split them. And I do love the way that's come out. They are beautiful, and I probably will make some more of those just to put onto ephemera pieces because they're light. Whereas these are quite large. They're not heavy, but they're quite large. And I just wanted to share with you what my process was. Because what I did to stop the bleeding was I picked some just normal papers that I got from, I don't know where, probably Teamy papers or scrapbooking papers. And I just picked bits that I thought, that'd look quite nice. See, that'd look nice. But I haven't got any more of these big ones left. And then I've got these ones. So I was just looking really for pieces that I'd got quickly I didn't want to print anything off. I know Mandy's got a typewriter piece. I don't know whether it's a freebie. I can't be sure. But I know she's got a typewriter set that she put out with the video. If I can find a video, I'll link it down below because it is quite useful. So I just picked things that I thought might fit. So I got my paper, and what I did was I Mod Podged my paper and stuck my rings down to it while it was wet. So I picked where I wanted my rings to be on, or what numbers I wanted them to be on. So you can see here that I did 3 on here. So I put some Mod Podge across and then put my rings down to glue it to the piece of paper. And then what I did was I just filled it up with glossy accents. Now, as I said, I don't like the way that this dips, but what I did last night was that after it had dried or semi-dried, I can't find the one that I did. I only wanted to try one because I thought, I don't think it was a big one actually. It was some of these. Yeah, I can see that one there. So what I did was after it had sort of semi-dried, where it was clearing, but it wasn't completely dry, I topped it back up. This one's the best one. And it's now got a bevel, and they're just so nice with the actual bevel rather than it sinking in. So I just wanted to share that all I did was I just retopped them back up. Now I'm probably going to do these again. I did do that one as well, I think. I did do the air, yeah, you can feel it, it's beveled. So I did certain ones of these. I didn't do them all in case it didn't work and it peeled off or something, but they are so much nicer. The profile of it is just a lot better. I'm really sorry that I can't get it to focus on it properly. But yeah, I just thought I'd share that with you. I am going to be making more of those because I absolutely love them. So I just thought I'd share that before we carried on with what is still week 2. I did the booklet. So week 1 I did my library card. I did forget to add my my tape. So I've added that onto there, that's my library card pocket that I did, or ID card. And then I did the booklet in the last video. And I've just added a few pieces of that onto there. So I just wanted to do the other part of week 2, which was bookmarks. Now, I really enjoy making bookmarks. I make them all the time. Every journal I make has a bookmark, so I'm quite happy to do bookmarks. But I thought what I'd do for the collab is just show you several different ways of how you can to do bookmarks. So I've got 4 or 5 different ways of making a bookmark that you can incorporate into any journal. You can use it in any reading book, and they all work fabulously. So first off, we have this one, which is it is literally just a piece of card that you fold in half. You fold the 2 tabs down, you stick a nice decorative piece on there, and then you can put it into your book like so. And that is how you use those. And they are fabulous. They're not the sort of, I'm not overly keen. You can use them either way as well. So you can use them that way or you can use them downwards. So they are nice. I don't particularly make these ones very often. They're not sturdy enough for me. And I mean, you can put it over the page, I suppose. And no, you can't, because you have to put the fold inside. So it literally just has to sit in your book like so. But it's pretty, and it's one that I thought I'd share. So that's one way of making a bookmark. Then we have, your general typical bookmarks, which are just your flat pieces. I always leave the backs of mine to write on, because I like to write on my bookmarks within a book, just if I wanted to make notes. But that would go anywhere in a nice journal, or even just in a normal, fiction reading book, or whatever it is you read. So that's your second version. Then Our third version is the over the corner page. And these work well in any book. You just literally stick them on the corner of your page there and it folds. These are great if you take your books out a lot. You've got nothing that can sort of get bent or folded or ruined. It goes in your book and you can find it perfectly easily in there. And I do quite like these. They are easy. You can make them any size you want. You just need a square piece of paper to do that with. And then the fourth one is this magnetic over the page. I also like these quite a lot, purely because you can put them on any page in your journal and they just stay there. And they're perfect for journals. They are easy to use and easy to remove and easy to find. So I've used one of those on there, look. One of these. J. I don't know why I put a J on there. But yeah, so they're quite easy as well. And, you know, you can make them sturdy. You can let them stick up or you can put them right down. You can put a tab on the top if you want to. You just have to be mindful that because this opens, you know, that way. And you can make them any length or you can make short ones. You can make long ones, thin ones, any sort you want with those. And then this is your normal typical bookmark. Just done with a bit of acetate and some windows. I just thought it was just a neat idea to have something a little different for the general bookmark. So I do quite like all of those. I'm going to do one of these ones today, the magnetic ones, purely because I think everybody will know how to do the others. So if I just move everything out of the way, this is the one that we're going to do. So we're going to get started. I'm going to do a little bit of prep and then I'm going to come back. Okay, so I'm back. All I've actually done, this is just a piece of file folder that I've used. It is, just to give you measurements, it is 2.5 or just over 2.5 wide. And it is, where is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's about 8 inches long. And I've just folded it. What I've done with this one, though, is I've just left the lip on the back here. Only because it's not hard to do, but I did find it a bit difficult to keep splitting it up. It's not difficult, that's not right. I just thought I'd see if the lip makes any difference. So I thought I'd do that. I am going to back the front and the back piece. I'm not too fussed about the inside. Okay, so we've got those on, so that's to start. We also need magnets. Now you can use metal magnets for this if you want to, but I find that I've only got squares, which is a bit of a pain, but you can get the magnetic sheets and you just cut off what you want, or you can use, as I say, the metal magnets. But these squares work fine. I just need to work out how far across and how wide I want them. So I always tend to use two rows. And I think I just need to cut off. Okay. And then that will sit on there perfectly. So I'll just get this off. This is why these are so handy actually, because they're sticky on the back. Now you just have to be careful with these separated ones because you want it to go right the way across. Now I don't put them on, oh dear, I don't put them on the bottom because you need somewhere to grab to open it up. Okay. And then if you do the same again, I'll just cut off 2 rows. If you've got a full sheet, then obviously just measure how much you want on there. I don't need the 2 rows really. And then what I do is I place that onto there. Then I get my backing sheet off and then I close it so that we know that it's in the right place. Okay, and then that should open perfectly fine and close perfectly fine. Okay, so that's the magnet done, and so all that's left really to do is the decorating, which is the nice part. So again, these are something that you could actually make up ready for decorating like this and keep them in your stash ready to roll when you're doing a project. So I've got some of this. I've also got some of this, which I might want to use. So I'm just going to cut a piece of that off. I'm aware that I'm sitting quite far away from my desk today. I don't know why. I'm normally right up against my desk. I think I want that on first, actually. If I just do placement first and then see. Oh, I wish it would just stop sticking to me. There's no glue on it either. And all I'm going to actually do is layer. So because I've got some blue, I think I might want some layering done. Like that. I do like these books though. That's a nice size. I want some of that over here, don't I? Let me just pull that out. See if I can make it a bit wider. So I'm thinking that I'd want that there. Now I haven't inked some of these pieces, so I need to be careful. I do like this clock. Don't know whether I need that. I do really though with another ticket of some sort. Sorry, I'm working sort of towards the end of my desk. I like this one. This isn't working for me. I need a bigger piece because I want it to go over all of that piece. Okay, let's see if that works. Can always chop a bit off afterwards. Just so that I get enough of it where I want it. That's better. I like the clock. I like the other label. I do like these books. They incorporate the clock and the books, do you think? I want to see the time though. There we go. And then maybe a flower under there. We think, yeah, I like that. It's quite nice. Let's get that glued on before I change my mind. Now some of these pieces are inked and some aren't. I don't think that's the right colour ink actually. Just do it so that it stands out a little bit more. There we go. The clock's not done. And this ticket just needs doing. Okay, so let's get this one on first. I've got to be careful that I leave enough space for everything. Okay. And then I want this on. That way, a long ways, I think. Let's see if I can push that underneath. There we go. And then this piece, I want it to sort of, I want to be able to see that clock. The face of it anyway, but I don't want it to cover those numbers up. That'd be okay. Maybe I have to go higher. Maybe that's the wrong set of books. See if I've got any more here. Don't like that one. Yeah, that fits better, doesn't it? And then I could put, I don't want that tissue. Yeah. So if I hold those and just dab where I want them. It would help. And that's going to go on the top there. Yeah. Okay. Level that up. There we go. Okay, and then I think it's just missing a little something, isn't it? Maybe a number. Numbers I can do, just bear with. Number shortcut. 2 or one of these would be good. No, I like the number. Yeah, we'll have 3. I'll have number 3. So just stick that on. Oh, what if we use one of my little circles? I haven't finished the one. I'll just have a quick look. I don't want a number, I want a letter, don't I? So I'm thinking, we don't have an I. Got an S. I've got an S, so we'll use that. I just need to just darken that edge from the white card. Just going to ink around it. There we go. And then if I just stick a double of glue on there, where I'm going to put it. Let me get the tweezers that will help. Here, I think. No, I don't like it there. Why don't I like it there? It needs some more up here, doesn't it, really? I do quite like it there. Okay. Straight. I think so. It's not straight. then is it probably needs a little ticket or something up here. I don't know where anything is. I obviously tidied up too much when I little ticket. I obviously tidied up a little bit too much when I before I went away, and now I can't find anything. It needs a circle. Do I have a circle? Yeah. Well, I have these circles. I don't like that. I have a stamp. No, I'm going to leave it because I'm now thinking that I'm overthinking it. I just need to trim off some of this. Just leave that out there. Bit of that. Do a little bit of that. Cool. That's quite cute actually, isn't it? Oh, I like the little tab on the bottom of there. I wonder if we can find, I can use a black one. I've been making these as well while I've been watching telly. I wonder if I can get it in now. Yes, I can. Oh yeah, it finishes it off, doesn't it? So we're just going to get a glue on that side and on that side. And then I'll just stick that in where I can get it in. I don't want it sticking down too much. Oh, I like that. So there we have it. I do like these magnetic ones. They are cute. You'll see that on a page in the book. There we go. Perfect. Oh, I do. I like them. What do you think? Well, that's just another way of how to do bookmarks. And I'm ready for week 3. So, which is going to be on tomorrow at some point, because I'm doing this on Sunday, on the Sunday that week 3 is due out. So that's those. So I hope you enjoyed it. Here's my versions of all of the bookmarks. Oh, shall I show you quickly how to cut this? It's quite easy to remember as well. If I've got a, is it 4? Yeah, it's a 4x4 inch square. You can do these with any square. So it doesn't matter if you want a really big one or I wouldn't do them probably any smaller than that. So 4 inch is probably the smallest because that's the size that you'll get. You've got to think that you're only going to get, a 1/4 of the square. So whatever size your square is, the bigger it is, the bigger that will turn out. And all we literally do is we fold it in half. And I will use my bone folder because it will be better. And score it so that it's nice and tight, flat. Open it up, fold it the other way so that you're marking your 4/4. Okay, then pick one of your quarters to fold into the middle, and then we're going to push that in. You want it to reach either side, and then bone fold that out. Okay, and then what we're going to do is cut. So you're going to cut this off corner to corner, like so. Okay, that's your front bit of here. That's the bit that will go over your page. Okay, and then the opposite corner to that, the opposite quarter, you want to cut that out, including the score lines. So I go the other side of the score line and cut that off as well. You can always trim these up anyway. And then what you do is you fold that over and you fold that back. Okay, and then you glue it. So I'll glue that down. Squidge it all in. There's a little bit of a lip left over on there, so I'm just going to trim that to make that the same size on the back. And there you've got it. And that's what goes over your corner. Okay? And that's as simple as it is. So this is the shape that you will end up with. That's the shape that will make your corner bookmark. So it's you pick a corner, turn it in, cut that off. The opposite corner, you take the square out. And then you literally have the shape of your bookmark. And then they come in handy for scraps. So they work with whatever you have. I love it. It's so easy and simple to do. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you can take something away from it or have learned something from it. However, I'm really looking forward to next week, to week 3 of the collaboration. And then the 4th week, you will have a catch-up week where you can catch up with all of your makes. I've thoroughly enjoyed having a play with these bookmarks, and I do particularly love these magnetic ones. I think they're superb, and I will probably be making more of those. I did make another one with a little pocket on the front. This was actually one sheet. It's recycled from a comb that I bought, and I thought, oh, that'd make a great bookmark. So I've altered it and made that. It's got a little pocket with some little bits in there, which I love. So that was another one. Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it this week. So thank you so much for watching. Oh, the other thing I did was I put a tab on the top of here just to prove that you can actually put tabs on them. And all I did was I got my tab and I just creased it either side. So I went one way, went the other way, glued it up as normal, and then just slotted that in so that the top reached here. And then that enables you to actually open it fully without it interfering with anything else. So quite chuffed with that one. I did some boo-boo tape in some places where I thought just needed a little bit extra. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it though this week. So thank you for watching. Do go across and support all the other collaborators that are bringing you videos again this week. And also thank you so much for all the posts that you're doing on Facebook. Some of the makes that you're doing are absolutely amazing. In the last video, I mentioned if you would mention down below whether you wanted me to do a folio or a journal for this particular kit. And the consensus was a folio. So we're going to be bringing you this. So watch out for those videos. And I will be completing this in, it will be over perhaps 3, maybe 4 videos. I don't know. I'll see how well I do. If I can do some prep beforehand, then I will. And so I'll be bringing you that next week at some point, at least the start of it, so that you can get your bases made and you can design your flips and flaps and things that are going inside. So I look forward to that too. So I'll see you then. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon. Take care.